Hello, everybody, and I hope you're having a truly best day and things are looking horrible out there. This is some salt and bay leaves. I'm going to make a soup, but this soup is a little bit different. I am going to use two chicken legs. Um, I'm showing you this soup for one reason because most people know how to make chicken soup and they usually make it chicken noodle soup. But I'm going to explain to you here how this soup can actually make three other meals. We really need to start looking at how can we stretch some simple foods into a couple of extra meals and maybe put a little extra into that pot to help us with those extra meals to save on gas because gas is going to go even higher. Folks, we need to wake up and we better wake up quick. And I mean real quick. Or we're going to find that we are not going to be able to feed our families. And so this is what this recipe is for, is to help you to be able to take one pot that you cook, and that pot you can turn it into a couple of extra meals. And I'm going to explain how that can be done. Now, I'm just putting this in there in the pot, and I'm going to put some salt and the bay leaf in there, and that's it. I'm not going to overdo this and put all kinds of spices in it because I don't want to change the taste a whole lot because of the other things that I'm going to do with this. Now, I'm just going to start by cooking just the meat first. Now, I have told you about corn. When corn is on sale, 4 or 5 for $1, since I don't grow corn, I really don't eat a lot of corn. I really don't. I might buy 10 ears, and that is more than enough to do me for a year easily. And, I pay a couple of bucks for it, and that's it. But this is how I cut it. I cut it into smaller discs. Now I have a helper here today because I sliced my hand one time cutting, so he gets very nervous when I start to use a knife like that to cut. Okay. Now I'm just going to take this a small amount of cabbage that I actually had left over. It's a small amount, folks. And I'm going to put it in there, and the potatoes, the little pieces of corn. It's what I have on hand, okay? I don't have zucchini right now because my nutter butter loves zucchini fried. And he would rather have it. And I got some growing on my plants. But he wants me to let it get a little bit bigger and fry it. All I'm going to do here now is cook that. Now I'm going to make some rice, okay? Now I'm going to start to explain to you now because you can watch and see. I'm just going to wash the rice. And I have showed you guys in other videos how to make, this is kind of a Mexican style rice. Rule of thumb, 1 cup of rice, 2 cups of water. There's a little bit of oil in the bottom, not oil, I use lard, but a little bit of lard in the bottom of that pan, and I'm going to brown this rice just a little bit. But this is the secret of the trick to this soup, okay? I'm putting onions and garlic into that. Um, in this soup, if you notice, there's cabbage. I'm going to also put cauliflower, but later because cauliflower doesn't take too long to cook. And I'm going to put a couple of handfuls of cauliflower in there. Okay, I've got the juice from the chicken, which I'm going to make chicken and dumplings. My grandmother made chicken and dumplings, and she made it with nothing but the liquid and maybe one piece of chicken, and then she would take that chicken off the bone and put it back in the pot. And it could have been a leg and a thigh, it could have been a part of a breast. It was a small amount, and she would put it back in the pot and then just make her dumplings. So that's what I'm going to do with this soup. I am going to take everything out of it that's left over. I've put enough in there that I should have at least one thigh left over, and I'm going to put that in the dumplings. And the potatoes I'm going to take out, and I'm going to make potato patties or fry them for breakfast. I have two thoughts here that I could either fry them or make potato patties. And then the third meal is tacos. Okay? I can also make tacos either from chicken that I'm going to have left over, or even the potatoes by mashing them up. So that's a couple of extra meals right there from this one pot of soup. And so I know by the time I get this video done and up, I probably will have already done one or two of these things already. Probably the chicken and dumplings. And so what I'm trying to say to you is when you start to cook, you need to think very seriously. I mean, look at this. Very seriously about what you can do to stretch that one meal and make it into more. And since you're already cooking, if putting an extra couple of pieces of chicken in there to make tacos for later, do it. You don't have to use more gas later. It helps you save on your gas. Come on, folks, we got to wake up here. It's getting bad out there. I mean, horrifyingly bad. For what they're going to charge for gas and what they're going to charge at the grocery stores, we got to wise up.